Hi guys, Alex here. Welcome back to Girl Talk. I've got a little bit of mess and a little bit of drama today for you guys. We are heading into the final leg of the Thailand trip. She is scheduled to go home just about any day now. My personal speculation leads me to believe that would be Sunday, but that's just me. This week in the Foodieverse has been rather interesting. I mean, we did get a rage from her, a bit of a mini rage, as well as several mukbangs. Things are starting to get a little bit creepy, especially in this one mukbang that we'll get to. She has sent Salah out to do her work for her. And she just put up a new video going back to Canada. Not really. She went to a restaurant in Thailand that actually serves Poutine, and I think that's the closest we're going to get. But you have to see this clip. All that and more coming up on today's edition of Girl Talk. Let's just get right into it. I mean, shall we? All right, you guys, so for today's video, we are going to go ahead and do our foodie follow-up. The Thailand trip, as I said, is winding down. It's clear as day that Chantal is over it. In fact, she has completely gone back to her old behaviors. I think about this often in regards to foodie. There's a saying we have in recovery that is people, places, things. Change these things up and you have a higher chance of succeeding and breaking your habit, whatever that may be. That could be applied to food as well. Foodie changed everything about the people, places, and things around her. But when it comes to her, this kind of stuff, it hasn't changed. Her behaviors have not changed at all. In fact, it would appear that some of them have gotten even worse since she packed up and left Canada to be a married woman in Kuwait. People have recently been speculating that she has packed on almost 100 pounds since moving from Canada to Kuwait. I have to equate that maybe to she doesn't have that crutch of these substances. She has to be putting something in her mouth. So she plunged headfirst into the food, not having any alternatives except for her own fingers and shisha. In the past, there were some other things that she would put in her mouth, like the green. Don't make me say it. So first video we are covering on this timeline follow-up is called Trying Thai Fruits for the First Time in Bangkok. She has been prefacing most of her videos recently with this disclaimer saying if you don't like eating sounds, then don't watch. She claims to care about you guys. So if you don't like the eating sounds, just scurry on out. But I feel like she should put that disclaimer on her whole channel at this point. If you don't like eating sounds though, you could always watch Girl Talk. She came on with a massive amount of fruit, and I'm just wondering, will this go to waste? Is she going to stuff all this in a suitcase? There's just no way. I did happen to glance at the comment section, and the top comment is asking her to research the fruit and tell us about it, put more effort into the video. But in reality, nobody's here to see that or hear her research about fruit from Thailand. Old girl sits there, she's eating the fruit, she's moaning and groaning. Here's my favorite clip from the entire video.
It's so juicy and fresh and crisp. Wow.
The only part that you have to see, because trust me, you're not missing anything when it comes to this video. This coming Sunday will mark 4 weeks in Thailand, as the vlog posted on August 29th of them coming into Thailand makes me assume that their departure date was around the 27th. Chantal's not getting off a plane, editing a vlog, and putting it right up. Right. But Chantal has seemingly given up on leaving the hotel room already. However, she did ask people for recommendations on their final Bangkok bees. She's going out with a bang. Following the fruit, she came back with a live stream that was called Dinner Bees. And here's where things get interesting. I feel like she should have titled it Mini Rage or something. Might as well get a couple of coins. I mean, that's what we got. That's what people sometimes expect. So she starts by eating samosas. It's a mukbang and a lot of rice. She takes greedy bite after greedy bite. She admits to spending a lot of time in the hotel, and it makes you question the point of such a long trip. Is there some sort of motive behind the scenes that led her to book this trip for a whole month long? I won't get into the conspiracy theories. I've never been away that long. Whenever I go away, I go, and I book the days full and I spend all the time outside of my hotel room until the night when I have to go to sleep, right? She claims that anxiety is holding her back. I think it's two things. Anxiety about the judgment being her size in Thailand. It's not the US or Canada. That's not something you see every day over in Thailand. And we did see that woman, it come as a shock to her that Foodie Beauty wasn't pregnant, right? Chantal goes off on Plain Cheeseburger, Lambo, and Sofa King, who were previously known as her most loyal beezers / side chatters, or another sacrilegious name. If you know, you know. She refers to these beezers as her friends, which kind of shows her Delulu. She lives in Delulu land. She calls reactors overweight and ugly. Watch, I'll be like 200 pounds by next month. Okay, I never feel like she's talking to me. Like, I don't think she really even cares about this channel anymore. She claps back at all of the vile comments, people calling her vile. Makes me want to title this video something along those lines. Just Foodie Beauty is vile, that's it. But vile is the perfect descriptor. It has just stuck over the years. She says that claiming that she's responsible for the fire at the floating market is defamation. And by saying that, people are doing illegal things and people should watch out because they don't know what's going on behind the scenes. But I just have to say, she's way too lazy to follow through with any sort of court proceedings, especially considering we're talking about a Canadian or American, right? And she's all the way in Kuwait. This is never going to happen. And I'm pretty sure that anyone that was blaming her for the fire was just joking. Her favorite part about her relationship with Salah is privacy. I mean, I guess it is a lot more private than her relationship with Nader, but it is a very public relationship. And we do see not so much intimate moments, but we get to see their body language and just the way that Salah responds to her. And that's why people continue to call this a fake marriage. Even if she fudged up some papers to get around the law, it's still a fake marriage. I mean, let's be real here. Although I do feel that we are kind of due for a mega rage. This was more so a mini, just a prediction as soon as she gets back to Kuwait, settled into her mukbang cycle where she's sitting on the floor pumping out these videos every day. There will be a live coming up where she just unleashes and nobody's safe. She's about to explode. So when I say that she's getting creepy, it is this video. Thai food mukbang beef balls, super spicy. The same day that she is doing this, she has Salah doing live streams alone. He's walking around the city, just kind of like sightseeing, walking vlog, yawn, very boring, while Chantal is in the side chat, basically monitoring him. It's the most bizarre thing. She definitely has a tight leash on her man. I wrote over on Twitter that basically a parody of what she would say, you can go out, honey, but you have to live stream it. I have to know what you're doing. I wouldn't want you to get snatched up. And my man, thank you to my man. The mukbang, I don't even know what to say. She doesn't say much. It was so spicy so that she could barely speak, she claims. Her eyes are shifting back and forth. It's almost as if she's doing something wrong. Like she feels that what she's doing is wrong. So she has to like look back and forth to see if Salah's judging her. It was just creepy, as if she could be reprimanded at any moment or she's being forced to do this. She even says in the vlog, it looks like a hostage situation, but we know she's not forced to do anything. This is just desperation for a couple of clicks, a couple of dollars on the internet. The new microphone picks up every last slurp, tongue click, and moan as she places balls of meat into her anticipating mouth. I think she's been hamburger eyes beezing and laying in the hotel for the last few days. Last, but certainly not least, we have a brand new affair. Not that kind of affair, Salah. Canadian Poutine in Bangkok, Thailand. Watching her scurry across the street was honestly worth watching the video. I love seeing her outside the hotel. This restaurant is Canadian themed. This is the closest that we're going to get, and Salah's going to get, to a return to Canada. So she's at the restaurant, right? And a dog comes up to the door. This woman, she just opens the door and lets the dog right in, and they have to wrangle it out of the restaurant. So she shows the dog like going into the restaurant. She doesn't stop it. She asks them if this is their dog. They're probably like, no, no. They have no idea what's going on. And then the camera cuts. And I'm like, what did they have to do? Like, why did she cut the camera? They probably like drug it out by the leash, right? Or something that just wouldn't look so great on YouTube, but that's just speculation. And she's the one that caused this. The filters are cranked up to the max. Whatever this is, take a look at this. It's giving highly, highly requested by those folks. As a Canadian, she approves as a curd falls down into her lap. So, like I said, this pretty much concludes the trip to Thailand. There might be another vlog or two. If I had to guess, I would say probably 2 more vlogs. She will do her last bees that she requested on her community tab, and then they will probably do a vlog documenting the journey back to Kuwait, try to squeeze as much content out of this trip as she can. And to be honest, she has done a lot of vlogs showing a lot of different things in Thailand, which is surprising. The content wasn't exactly top notch, but that's what we expect. I mean, these are the kind of videos that beg for commentary. And when you're watching a foodie video, it almost feels empty without the commentary of somebody like pausing the video and interjecting their opinion. Whatever, their 2 cents, staying mad at her exploring the world while we are just trapped in our Motel 6s all the time, right? Because that's what it is. I kind of want to go on another trip. Where to? Where to? All right, you guys, that's going to be it for today's video. What do you think comes next for Foodie? Of course, coming up in this next week, we're going to see her return to Kuwait. Will we see her? In my opinion, she will return to the floor mukbangs and she will start pumping out those mukbangs, right? So she can get like 10K views and bring in her money to kind of recoup her losses because of this trip to Thailand and how it kind of fell off a little bit. Although not really. I mean, looking at her views, they're similar to the mukbangs. People just want to watch the show, right? Her most viewed video from the Thailand trip is actually the one where she was fat shamed, proving once again that drama truly does sell. I mean, take it from a girl. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and I will, of course, catch you guys in the next one. All right. Bye, guys.